Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we're going to be back on World of Warships Legends. Today we're in the tier 7 Japanese tech tree heavy cruiser, the Mogami. We have also some clanmates in here. Yeah, that's right, I'm in a clan, Spectre Squadron, SCS. And, well, I see some clanmates in my game, and I'm, like, trying to invite them to a party, but I guess they don't want to join a party, so I'm like, okay, well, this should be an easy win then, which it kind of was in the end. So, yeah, I hope you all do enjoy. So the Mogami, I don't usually cover Japanese cruisers much on the channel, but I do have pretty much all of them, except the tier 8. But so far, yeah, Mogami's fun, and I occasionally hop in it when I feel, you know, like I feel, I don't know. But notice we got an interesting camo on. Yeah, we got a Halloween camo on this thing. And I believe this Halloween camo is from last year's Halloween event, or it might have been the year before. I don't remember, but it looks pretty cool. It's got like a kraken on it, and I like it. Looks nice and interesting and fun, and you know, why not, right? It's Halloween season. It's almost Halloween anyway in about, what, 7 days? So, there you go. One thing about the Mogami is it has torpedoes. Again, like, you know, most Japanese cruisers, but it has 10-kilometer torpedoes, if I'm not mistaken. They hit like trucks, and they have pretty good chances of causing floods because they're big old Japanese 610mm long lance torpedoes, and they're pretty disgusting. But the main thing about the Mogami is the guns. They have the Mogami has 10 203mm 8-inch guns. Now, the main thing that most people do in Japanese cruisers is utilize the high explosive. The high explosive, the HE, is absolutely disgusting. If you can manage to kite away and use range and just beam down 10, like you guys just saw there, 7,000 damage in a double fire, it's disgusting. Like, the amount of high explosive damage, raw damage, and then on top of that, the high fire chance you have, it's ridiculous. I don't even have the commander Atago. Atago's a really good commander. You can't get it anymore, but I don't even have it, and yet I still end up getting really good results with the high explosive. The HE on the Japanese cruisers overall, mainly the heavy cruisers, it's disgusting. Like, I've got a 23% fire chance, I think, on my high explosive, even though I don't even have Atago. It's really good. And this is especially good because I am going to be picking up at the time of recording this anyway, I am going to be picking up the Atago, which is another tier 7 Japanese heavy cruiser, but it is a premium, and I'm probably going to cover that maybe on the channel here soon, who knows. So, yeah, I really do enjoy the Japanese cruisers. Believe it or not, I don't just play American ships, I play everything. I occasionally hop in Japanese cruisers. I even occasionally dabble in Japanese destroyers, mainly ships like the Akazuki, because it's an amazing gunboat. And, you know, so yeah, there you go. But, we're up to 23,000 damage so far. We're doing pretty good. We got 4 fires, 32 main battery hits, and now we see our Rook out here, and for some reason, we don't get a fire there. Usually, every salvo is a fire. Like, it's usually how it goes with the Japanese. If you manage to hit a bunch of shells in your one salvo you fire, usually it's a guaranteed fire because you just have such a high fire chance, and the penetration is ridiculous. It's really nasty. So there's a fire, though. We just got one on that Rook. The Kansas out there, almost dead. He's been burning. He's been getting shot at by everybody. He's not having fun. I'm going to shoot the back guns off at him. I did send some torpedoes downrange towards that Rook, so hopefully those might land, but we'll have to wait and see. And with the back guns there, we managed to land a couple hits. Unfortunately, we don't finish them off, but the team does. The team finishes off the Kansas. And just like that, the team is doing absolutely phenomenal. We've got 500 points. The enemy only has 200 points. We've got 2 caps. We're about to get 3 caps here soon, hopefully. And we have 4 ships sunk. So that's really good. And we only lost 1 ship so far. Now, I'm waiting if those torpedoes are going to hit, but it doesn't look like they are. I believe the enemy battleship, the Rook, is turning away. He's probably making himself very skinny and narrow so he can hopefully dodge those torpedoes. And they eventually do run out of steam, just like so. So far, pretty good. We've lost very little health. We've managed to put out quite a bit of damage. And that is pretty much what the Japanese heavy cruisers do best. Is they kite around, They dish out lots of high explosive, and they just smack things around, set fires, and that is what the Japanese cruisers do best. Now, you can occasionally get into games where you get cruisers out there, and you absolutely can and will smack them with AP as well. I have done it plenty of times. If you can catch someone slipping, you can and will use that AP, the 203mm AP that this ship does have, and it can do things as well. It's not anything special, it's just regular AP, but it is still there if you do get broadside carriers or cruisers or even some battleships. In some scenarios you might be able to get decent penetrations, but usually it's just better to shoot high explosive at them and get fires and hit them for over and over and over again for like 5 to 10k a salvo. So yeah, definitely really good cruiser at tier 7, and it's a very old cruiser at tier 7. The MOGAMI along with the Baltimore have been in the game since launch, I believe. MOGAMI and the Baltimore, OG cruisers, man. Obviously, I absolutely love my Baltimore, but occasionally I like to take a break from the radar sitting bow-in playstyle, and I occasionally like to hop in a ship like the MOGAMI and kite around and be a lot more mobile and just spit out shells. And that is what the MOGAMI just does best. It just puts out lots of damage and fires, and it's fun. And at the end of the day, you know, fun is the most important thing to have, right? We're all trying to have fun on this game, despite it being absolutely and utterly annoying at times. Like last night, I had a stream, and I only played Legends for like an hour, and my shells were all landing everywhere but the ship I was aiming at, and I was like, bro, alright, I'm just gonna sail into the rack of torpedoes and kill myself and go play a different game. Because sometimes this game is absolutely abysmal. Like, let's be real. This game is not all sunshine and rainbows like some people make it out to be. I wish it was. If it was, I'd be playing this game all the time, every day, playing very little other games. But occasionally, I have decent games and I have fun, and that's exactly why we play the game. Like, we play the game to hopefully get that one really nice, fun, satisfying game to make up for all the shitty experiences that we have. So that's kind of why we keep playing. We come on to get our fix, right? I mean, that's basically about it. That's the only reason why. Like, this game's addicting as hell. And it's not a bad game. Like, as long as everything's working and everything's working in your favor in some way, it's fun. It's a good time. It's a really, really, really addicting, and I guess you can say, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very hooking game, I guess. It gets you hooked. So, but anyways, we're up to 68,000 damage. And again, not much damage in this game. Like, we're not having an insane game in terms of damage. We're not piling on triple fires or anything. But don't get it twisted. You absolutely can. If you get the right scenario where you have like 3 or 4 battleships just sitting there and you can just absolutely farm them down. I've had games like that. Like, it's totally possible. Then it's absolutely fantastic, right? We absolutely salivate for those kinds of games. But some games are just where, you know, battleships, they're moving around, they're agile, and they turn away, and, well, you're not able to farm them as much. So, and this is one of those games. The enemy Kansas, we managed to get a few decent salvos on him, but he ended up turning away, and I had to go unspotted myself, and then we got some shots on the battleship, the Rook, and he turned away, and, you know. So, again, not every game's going to be an absolute barn burner. And that's something that I think people need to get used to after a while. Like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But we're in a little bit of a fight here, though, with this Suzuya. Suzuya is actually landing quite a bit of good hits on me. I will give him props there. And we're trying to land some of ours, too. I'm like, man, I would like to hit this guy. And now we're starting to pile on the hits. And look at that, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 500 here and there. It's just nasty damage. And the fires and everything. It's really good. And yeah, I really do. I really do enjoy consistent results like that. Now there is some torpedoes from the Suzuya. Suzuya has longer range torpedoes than I do, but we're able to dodge them. It looks like they're widespreads, so not a very wise choice to send out widespreads, especially at a cruiser. But hey, you never know, right? But yeah, we're still just piling on the damage. Now notice that our team is actually kind of throwing a little bit. Like, this is actually being a lot closer than it needs to be. This could go either way. We only have 3 ships. The enemy team has 4 ships. This could easily turn into a game of throws any second now. Like, it's pretty crazy, pretty wild. We just got our 11th fire there. I think that Suzuya is double fired. I'm aiming a bit more forwards to maybe get a triple or a quad fire, but unfortunately, it is not meant to be. Now, the enemy Suzuya is kind of switching his shell type here and there, so I'm just trying to stay angled. But I switched my shell type at the perfect moment. I've got 8-inch guns, and I have no problem citadeling him. The first time I load AP is the last time I load AP, and I get a citadel. So there you go. That is our first kill of the game. We're up to 100,000 damage, and enemy Suzuya is down. And so far, so good. We are still in the points lead. We have 600 points to the enemy's 400 points. And we're closing in on the 700 point mark. So if we just don't die and we manage to play a little bit defensively and potentially kill these guys like our battleship just did there, we should be able to have this game absolutely, fantastically, majestically in the bag. So, yeah, thank you guys, by the way, for tuning in. If you guys have stuck in this far, I appreciate you. Bit of a longer video today, actually. My videos are around like 10 to 12 minutes long. This one's going to end up being about 15 minutes, 16 minutes long. So, I do appreciate you guys lately. You guys have been pretty awesome with the support, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Like, this channel has, it's surprised the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. So, hopefully we continue to do good on this channel and continue to grow, and hopefully maybe when some other big games come out, maybe I cover them, and maybe we take off crazy, like, you know what I mean? I'm just waiting for games like GTA 6 to come out so I could be one of the first people to do playthroughs of it and make it entertaining and just have another game to sink my time into. Like, I don't just want to be a WoW's Legends channel. You know what I mean? I do want to eventually branch out into other games like that are really big and popping off, and maybe the channel could absolutely take off like a rocket ship and we can be one of those big channels out there for gaming. But until then, we're just biding our time, I guess, because gaming lately, in my opinion, I don't know about you guys, but gaming in general, just games that have been coming out, kind of mid. Just a lot of mid games, like Starfield, for example, mid. I mean, there's some other games that came out that are pretty good, like, I mean, they're good, but they're not like anything like, you know, the next Red Dead Redemption 2 or anything, or, you know. So I don't know, gaming lately just kind of mid. I'm just waiting for another game like WoW's to come along for me to sink my time into and have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours sunk into it. But there just hasn't been a game like that. Like, there just hasn't been anything that has caught my attention. But anyways, enough talking about that. We have a Borodino out here, and we're gonna begin to burn him down with the 203mm high explosive. The only thing I'm worried about is him getting pretty lucky and neutering us, and he's actually going to do that. Like, he's going to get consistent results, except that salvo. Only 1400 damage there. I think that was an overpen. But the next couple salvos he's going to fire at me, he is going to get some nasty results. I was hoping that my torpedoes would have actually hit that destroyer. That would have been fantastic. Like, I can't count how many times I've actually landed torpedoes on enemy destroyers that think they're sneaky, trying to cap. Like, it's pretty funny. So there's the first hit. He actually did hit me for about almost 5,000 damage there, which is unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. But we're still here. We haven't been citadeled or anything, so we're still able to dish out some high explosive downrange and have no problem setting this Borodino on fire, even with just our back guns there. And again, he's going to hit me for this time about double the damage. He hit me for about 8,000 to 9,000 damage there. So we have no health. We need to go unspotted now. Like, we probably will not survive another salvo from him. So we need to go unspotted and take the W and not win harder, right? As the great Mighty Jingles would say. And just like that, we dodged that pretty well. The shells bracket us, and we are unspotted. And we should be able to go on and win this game. So, yeah, and we're still also piling on damage. Our fire is still burning on that Borodino. We're up to 124,000, and we're still ticking up damage there, which is fun. Damage is always fun, right? It's a fun thing to look at. But, yeah. Anyway, the game is about to end, though, in about 55 seconds. We have 896 points. We're about to hit 900 points. The enemy team only has 500 points. All we have to do is stay alive, and we should have this game in the bag. So if you guys have stuck in this far, be sure to go down there, hit the like button, guys, if you guys are enjoying my videos. And also leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. But, yeah. Game's almost over. Come on. Just wait for that timer to go down. Looks like our team is kind of in the middle. One battleship's sitting in there, so it's It's better for him to just sit there than YOLO out and die. So that's good. At least he has some common sense. It's something you don't see very often in this game anymore. Like, most people I run across are just absolutely and utterly dumb. But luckily we got a pretty decent team at the end here. And we should be able, in about 3 seconds, to end this one off with a W. With a W. A lot closer, though, than it needed to be. I'm not even going to lie. But anyways, battle ended. Pretty decent game in the Mogami. I don't know about you guys. And the XP is definitely going to show for it. 3K base XP. I will absolutely take that. Absolutely take that. That's beautiful. 395,000 credits earned as well. Bunch of missions done. And that's how you do it. 126,000 damage. Pretty damn good. We're leveling up in the campaign. We're doing all that stuff. You love to see it. So pretty fun time there in the Mogami. So yeah. Here in a second, I should hopefully show you guys the commander build, just like so. I'm running Isarako Yamamoto. We got Francesco Membelli and Haguro as inspirations. We have Burn It Down, Igniter. We have Velocious. We have Fixated and Refill Station. He's a Legendary 3, rank 16 captain. And we have some containers also, I believe, from the campaign, so we're gonna real quick open those up, and oh, we get Dewey. Hell yeah, T-Bull would be proud, or anyway, the late great T-Bull. But yeah, that's the Mogami. Also, ugly ass camo in this port. I think I actually do switch it over to the Halloween port. I'm like, yeah, because I had to get a thumbnail too. You have to get a thumbnail. So there you go. A little bit of behind the scenes action. I should just edit this stuff out, but you know what, I think the raw Dr. Ghost Games videos, I think it makes it good. I don't know about you guys. But anyways, that's going to go and do it for today's video. Hope you all did enjoy, and I will catch you all on the next one. Have a great one, everybody. Peace out, and bye-bye.